is not the right one. Okay, I think you can hear me now, but this is not the right one. So hold on. Check. This is the right one. Yeah, I did it. I fixed it. Sound is good, I guess. I hope. No, it's typical Streamlabs bullshit. I'm used to it. I don't even get mad about it anymore. Stupid. Really stupid. That's better. That's better. Yep, there we go. Okay, guys, so how are you doing tonight? How are you, Racer? And how are you, Emily? Thank you guys for being here. I'm early tonight for a change. I thought to myself, why not, you know? I feel like this one is a little bright over there. Oh, this one is bright in general. Okay, we'll put it there then. There. Better. Better. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I'm good. I've been really sleeping well this weekend, surprisingly. I've been actually catching up on some sleep, which is really good. So I'm happy about that. That needed to happen, and it is happening, so I'm good. How you doing, Racer? It said join. You said join. I don't know if you're going to spend the crystals for a 3 card or subscribe for a 10 card or 500 bits for a 10 card, or if you want just a 1 card reading. You just let me know what you want. Also want to say I noticed a new follower or a new subscriber on my YouTube channel, and I want to thank Shannon. I want to give a shout out to Shannon and thank her for subscribing to me. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's cool. Okay, a 3 card reading sounds good. So tell me, Racer, what is it that you would like to inquire about? You just let me know. Thank you for following, Brittany. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Come right in. Redeem your reading if you like. Now, if you get a 10 card reading, you can get a 10 card reading for subscribing to me. And then you can also, in addition to getting a 10 card reading, you get to unlock the emotes that I designed. And you also get no ad interruptions. That's pretty much the biggest thing why I will suggest subscribing to me to anybody that comes in. So these are my... This one's my favorite, probably. All right, what's upcoming regarding your career, Racer? We're going to check on that. Let me shuffle these really well. I want to make sure that we get this all in order here. Hi, Florida Metal. How are you? Thank you for being here. All right, Racer. I'm going to check on this now. Okay. Okay, let's begin for Racer. Oh, very good. Off, yeah, okay, perfect. So we're looking straight at your career path right now, right away. Not anything else. This is what it is. The Nine of Cups here. It is such a great card, especially for the question that you're asking, because this card is talking about you having choices. Okay, you will have choices. There will be material success, overall well-being, and abundant pleasure. So your career looks like it's going to be very fulfilled. Okay, so whatever you choose in the future, it will be to your advantage, and it will be, yeah, it will be, it looks like a very, very good, exceptionally good outlook for your future career wise, which subsequently will lead to material success. Okay, so really good. Off to a good start. Okay. Queen of Cups inverted. Seemingly a little trouble brewing, unfortunately. There will be somebody untrustworthy, unreliable, and indecisive also in that same time. So beware of that. There will be kind of a creature that will not be somebody that you should really give information to, somebody that you should maybe not work with unless you keep them at an stretched length. You know what I mean? Because they do not have the best intentions for you, and that will be a person that will that you will occur on your career path. Okay, so but like I always say, I don't want people to live in anxiety with, oh my God, there's going to be this bad person. But rather, it's going to be very obvious when this person will enter your life and when this person will, appear to you and approach you. So you will pretty much immediately, it will snap in your head, oh, this is the person she was talking about in the reading. So, don't be afraid. Don't be on edge thinking that everybody's your enemy. It will be rather clear to you who this person will be. Okay? Let's move forward. Okay. Yeah. Good. Seven of Wands. So there will be a time where you will encounter really challenges. Okay, that is the good word. Okay, so there will be challenges for you, but you will be doing a very good job about being able to find your way out of these challenges. Okay, you will be beating the odds that are going to be against you. You will be victorious over your competition, and you will win a fight or a struggle. You will overcome this hurdle in your career path that will show itself at some point, and you will successfully overcome this hurdle. So that's really good. So it really looks like your question, good question, and very clear answers here. Very good. It looks like your career is going to be on a very good track. Just that one person, we need to try to, you need to try to make sure that you keep them out of your too close area, out of your bubble. Don't give them too many information. So it looks like career-wise, things will be very good for you. You will make money materialistically. You'll be doing well, and you'll be very good at overcoming, difficulties and struggles that will present themselves. So, very good reading for you, Racer. I love that. I really get very happy when I'm able to give positive feedback on a reading. It's been a little bit shaky recently, but I am always very happy because I do have this still, this is an ancestral, not curse, it's not, but it's something, my ancestors they didn't have this, they were only allowed to speak of the positive things when they were called upon, because they would be punished if they in whatever way, if they spoke about things that the people that they had summoned them wouldn't concur, wouldn't agree with, and would be afraid of. So they were only allowed, the Vöva and the Völua were only allowed to speak of the positive things that will come into these families' lives and stuff like that. So for me, it is kind of a privilege that I am able to, also voice the negative things, because I'm all about giving people the information that they need, and the data that they need in order to prepare themselves for things coming up. You're welcome, Racer. You're welcome. It was my pleasure. Giving you that. Okay, Florida Metal, sounds good. Let me just shuffle these cards. Hey, how are you, Hydra? I don't really watch that type of stuff. I'm not a big person on like fantasy and science fiction, to be really honest with you. There's certain ones that are exceptions. Like I really like Star Wars, or I like things like The Never-Ending Story, things like that. But when it comes to all that modern like fantasy stuff, like I never watched the Game of Thrones, and most of that stuff I just find very cringe. So I don't know. Dracarys. Okay. Khaleesi from Game of Thrones used for dragons to incinerate someone. Yeah, so use my name to banish somebody to hell. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta check my... Yeah, thank you, Brittany. I do not see you here in the chat, but oh my god, people are sending me the stupidest stuff. Anyway, glad to see you too, Hydra. Cool. So you had a continuation of the first dream. And Florida Metal, would you like to inquire about what you were talking to me about earlier, or would you just like a general? That's pretty cool, though. I wish I had somebody that would do rituals with me and stuff. Okay, cool. We'll look into that then. But I am a solitary practitioner, so... Ugh. That's so cool. I love when that happens. When I was younger, I was able to kind of purposefully make that happen. I have a very hard time doing that now. I think it's just because I cannot find enough comfort to fall asleep even without anxiety. It's very hard these days. And I have to start meditating again, which I haven't done in a while, and I know that will make me feel better. Oh my god, what? Oh no. So what's the prognosis? Can they do anything, or... Oh man, I just had to put one of my cats down a few months ago for kidney failure. It's horrible. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for the little guy. Oh my god. All right, Florida Metal. Let us begin. Okay, so. Aha. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that will be difficult on any, organs. So, yeah, but if it's better for him, he has to do it. And cats will not starve themselves. Any animal, they will eat. If that's all they have, they will eat it. So you mustn't be afraid that he's going to starve himself. He will eat it if there's nothing else. But if you give him this other stuff again, then of course. But anyway, okay, we're going to start by the root of this problem here, Florida Metal. 9 of Swords. There's a lot of anxiety for you right now, and your health is not in in good shape. As you told me already earlier, it aligns with what you were telling me. Anxiety, worry, stress, and despair. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that's weighing on you seemingly right now, and I think that's possibly why the dream, Florida Metal. Oh man, that's annoying. I've had a couple of cats that could do that, and it's not fun. Not fun. Yeah, so let's move forward. Florida Metal. What else can we see? Oh man, it just keeps on going. It just keeps on going. 10 of wands here. So it looks, you're carrying this unimaginable burden. I'm thinking about Burzum, like Birdum, like what the fuck? Hey, Promethean, how are you? All right, cool, Hydra. I got you right after this with the 3-card reading that you redeemed and with the altar item. So, okay, cool. Yeah, so you're carrying a very heavy burden, Florida Metal. It's weighing on you. It's something that you always carry with you. However, it is something that you're handling. You are carrying it and you are going through with it. You are oppressed by it. But you're being able to handle it. It is overwhelming stress, okay? Whatever this burden is causing you this overwhelming stress, or it is overwhelming stress that is the burden, either way. So you're very stressed out. There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of maybe even guilt in some weird way, but so again, I think that's just underlining of the dream that you had. I think that the dream is very much very closely related to these readings right now. Okay, so okay, let's move forward. Page of Swords inverted. So this kind of took an interesting turn. Seemingly this is talking about and to kind of expose a false friend. Okay, there's deceit and there's a liar and there's a false friend in your midst. Okay, so that could have something to do with this dream. I almost feel like that this friend or person, could also be a family member or could be a coworker, somebody you see frequently that they have their signature energy is on you and therefore shows itself in these cards. So it is so that this person is unbeknownst to you, kind of trying to penetrate your personal barrier that you have, or your personal life in a negative way. Okay, and shed a negative light onto you and the things that you go through in your life, or that you're interested in, or whatever, something along those lines. So beware of this person. Could be I don't know, could be, like I said, at your job. It could be a family member. It could be anybody that you see. But like I always say, don't be paranoid and walk around scared of everybody. It will be very obvious on who this person is that is causing this problematic feeling and these anxiety things with you, okay? So you will be able to expose that person at some point, okay? So that concludes you, Florida Metal. I hope that you were able to resonate with that a little bit, and I hope you will uncover soon who is this particular entity in your life that will cause this, or that is causing this anxiety, you know. So, oh man, now my brother is live again. Damn it, playing Terra Enigma. Okay, I gotta check him out. I gotta turn him on. Got to. All right. I'm sorry, Florida Metal. Yeah, I know. Oh, alter item first? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. We'll do that. Let me just turn on my brother's stream real quick, because, you know, it's my favorite thing he's streaming.
We have done so much in our journey. So our journey now is pretty much going to get a little bit more nuanced. We're going to get more into helping the humans kind of evolve and just kind of become more prominent across the whole world, right? We've kind of seen Loire grow in the last time I streamed, but it's going to happen a lot more on a larger scale.
Alter item first.
We're going to see a lot of different things evolve and change and whatever, and it's going to be very exciting. So just kind of reviews. We start out the game with resurrecting the continents, not bringing them alive, but actually resurrecting them, which means that they have been alive before. And then we traveled to said planets, and we brought back the plants, and we brought back the birds, and we brought back the animals, and then we brought back the humans. We resurrected all of those things, and then we got a little bit involved with the humans, and we actually ended up.
Okay, so
last time we actually.
I found this at a thrift store, and I just really loved it, and I thought to myself, this would be a perfect, like, offering cup, because it has, like, this cup here, and then somebody told me it was like a wedding thing, but I don't care. I love it, whatever it is. It's on my altar, and it's perfect for putting, you know, wine or something along those lines in there that, you know, ritualistically can be consumed through this, you know. I really love it. It's beautiful. It's totally beautiful. And I've seen one other since, but I had never seen anything like this before, so I just had to buy it. I'm glad I did. I still love it. It's still perfect. I don't know what it is. Fine. You know, whatever. Alright, now, let me shuffle those cards. You're welcome, Florimel. You're welcome. Of course. I'm glad you redeemed one. I like giving readings to people that I know. It is a little bit easier to read the energy and to know, you know, because a little bit of knowledge does help with that. You know, people will say, well, of course it will, but it's not that way. It really is like, I can tap into that, and I can, you know, I tap into this energy of something that you tell me about yourself, and then I can see further pictures when I do so in my head, and then I, you know, these are visions. I call them visions, you know, whatever. And then I can, you know, and sometimes they're still, and sometimes they're actually like a moving movie. And then that is what I use to give my, you know, my reading, my information. Okay, hold on 1 second. Oh, thank you. Good. Good. That means that means that this is good, that I'm doing my job the right way, and I'm very happy about that. Thank you. Thank you. I do need that feedback, and I like when people give me feedback. It helps, Let me get, I gotta get a cable real quick because I have to charge my phone. So give me 1 second. It's right over here, anyways. Whoa, what the?
Well, but that's the thing. It's kind of weird because they say that he is the reincarnation of a god, but then Buddha isn't a god,
Holy
right?
shit.
Like he's supposed to be this
That's
enlightened
weird.
figure, but he's not. I don't think he's ever outright said to be a
Hope
god.
it
So it's
still
kind of weird
works.
to
If
think
not, I'm
that
screwed.
they would say it. Maybe it's a translation thing too. Um, maybe there's some kind of translation, thing going on as well. But I mean, I guess he's supposed to be Buddha, right? He's supposed to be the reincarnation of Buddha. But the weird part about it, like I said, is like I think in like Buddhism, it's like
Still works. Okay.
Buddha isn't a god. Like he's not supposed to be this almighty, like powerful thing. He was just like, I guess he was supposed to be like a person that just found enlightenment by doing whatever things monks do, or something along those lines. So I don't know. Maybe that's a little construed and a little, kind of depending on where you're from or depending what text you read or depending on translation and stuff like that. I don't know. But anyways, I mean, it's been a long journey, right? Like we've seen a lot of things, and we talk about like, we're from the underworld, right? And there's the whole idea of like light versus shadow, and like, good versus evil, and like all these things. Like we're from the underworld, and in most modern, you know, religions and faiths and stuff
Okay.
like that, like when we think about these things, it's always like
Sorry about that.
the underworld is usually evil, right? So it's like, okay, we're from the underworld, but we're doing all these good things, right? We're bringing back the animals and the plants and the birds, and it's like we can't be bad, right? We're doing all these things, so it's like kind of strange. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, and again, I think it's, I think there's a translation thing, and I think it's also like, trying to fit the whole idea of like an entire religion into like a small part of the game. I mean, it's not like, they could explore this whole idea of like who Lord Kumari really is in like depth, but that's not really what the game is about, right? It's just like one part of it. So they kind of probably were like, oh yeah, he's the reincarnation of like a god, Buddha, or whatever, right? It's just like we kind of move on. Just to, it's just part of our journey, kind of that things that we see and things that we hear, kind of thing, And
All
I
right.
think it's also supposed to be more of a it's supposed to be like teaching you lessons.
No,
And teaching
I'm just
you
start
about
putting out the
the
cards now.
world, but it's also supposed to be like you're supposed to take away whatever. You're supposed to take certain things away from it, but keep it your own kind of thing. It's very much just like your own ideas and your own like they're giving you these things, and you're supposed to
Let's see. Let's begin.
on your own.
Oh,
I like to review it and kind of like do that kind of stuff.
the chariot
One part
inverted.
of the game that's
So this is talking about an interruption in plans, okay, that you've made, big plans, and they were unfortunately interrupted by something, and you could not go on this journey, or you could not take part in these plans that you had made, okay. So these plans failed, and it was
got a little bit into politics, where it was just like, this versus this kind of thing, and
it was a problem of strategy. You had some sort of strategy that caused you to have kind of a blowback, and it didn't really help you well with things that you had planned for yourself to do. Could be financially, could be family, something like this. You really had set this out for you and used a poor strategy, and it caused these plans to fall through.
versus this very intellectual, very studied guy, and
Mm.
planned and
Okay, okay. All right, let's move forward. Mm, Nine of Wands. So it looks like you're kind of taking a pause before continuing your journey. Okay, it's like you're summoning the will to continue on your journey. Okay, you're stopping to ponder during challenging events, and you're summoning the will to continue with the struggle. But a big word is hope. This card is a representation of hope as well. Okay, so there's a lot of hurdles in your life that you're considering, and you are, pausing and really thinking about these things, and you really have to siphon and summon strength and energy and the will to continue with these struggles that you do have. Okay. This is such. I'm so glad you have this card. The Hierophant. So it looks like your spiritual your spiritual energy looks seemingly to be pretty much on par. There is a divine inspiration. Okay. Mercy and control over spiritual needs and conformity. Okay, so you're really falling into something that you. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good. I try to do that sometimes. Yeah. Um. So it seems like, to me, the impression I'm getting is that you're really falling into something where you feel comfortable, where you feel at home, where you feel you belong. Okay, and that is really working really well for you. Okay, so meditating, that's good. If you're doing that and it's serving its purpose, in the way where it centers you. That's another thing with this card, is that you have complete control over your spirit, and your spiritual needs, your spiritual means, everything. So that's a good thing. You just have a lot on your plate, seemingly. That is what the reading is saying, that some plans failed and you're stressed out. You have a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure on you. Okay, so that is definitely happening, unfortunately. But it looks like your awareness is pretty good, and that's very important, because most people out there in the world, they are not self-aware at all. They have no cognitive, like, extra cognitive strength. They have no self-awareness at all, and they really also don't want to. They like to live in ignorance and oblivion because it's easy to live in that way. You just go through your 9 to 5 job every day and don't think about anything, watch some stupid show at night, and you're good. You don't have to worry about anything else. But the people that come here, I know, and I mean, I hope, but I'm pretty sure that we all know, we got to push past these limits, these physical limits that we give ourselves, that we have now so hardened like stone in our hearts and minds and spirit, that most people can't even get out of it anymore, because that is, one thing that was caused during the spiritual evolution of mankind, is because technology became such a deeply rooted thing in our lives, that we started to become very lazy spiritually, and just naturally, even, that we have completely detached, because now we just look into screens, and we no longer spend time doing the things that we used to do a long time ago, that kept us, that kept our spirit really full and colorful and lively. It is very dull now, that everything. Hi, Brittany, how are you? Yeah, No, I have not done that. I have not had a chance yet, Hydra. Sorry, but I definitely still will.
Look, these are the clothes he gave us. They're really easy for wear and so fashionable. That's
Yeah, Brittany. So sorry about that. So the way it works is you can get a 1 card reading
they're like
just by saying the word. Pretty much, you can get a 3 card reading for 150 crystals, and if you subscribe to me, you can get a 10 card reading, and you also will get no ad breaks, and you will get to use my emotes that I designed. Or you can just spend 500 bits and get a 10 card reading that way. So that's up to you. I did not design that one, so that's bullshit. I don't know. I can't even fucking. Okay. Yeah, so. Okay, Brittany, no problem. Thank you so much for coming, Hydra. It's always great to have you in chat. You're very talkative, and I really like that. And you always have something cool to bring to the table. So it's really thank you for coming tonight. And, rest well and, have an okay day at your job, Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Okay, a 1 card reading, Brittany. Is there anything in particular that you would like to inquire about? If so, we can look for that. You too. Okay. That sounds good. I mean, I don't know how much we can find out with 1 card, and oftentimes, since you're new, I want to make you aware that the card is pretty much guiding me. The card will tell me what is your energy really, what is your energy signature, what is your concern in your life. And even so, you're asking me this particular question. It can very well give me different information because your energy may be actually involved with something other than you actually think, subconsciously. That's how it can be. So do not be disappointed. One thing that I can tell you for certain, we will no, that's okay. That's okay. It will, whatever happens will happen. So all I can tell you is we will definitely get some sort of information. Oftentimes when people that come in here new to it, the cards can also just really be talking about the character of the person to me, and the cards will talk to me and tell me who you are as a person. So don't be disappointed if that happens. You can always redeem a 150 crystal 3-card reading, and then we can see more. Oh, okay. Getting personal straight away, pretty much. The Tower inverted. Now, the Tower is one of these cards, that is not an ideal card to have. But it is just an expression. It is expressing that you have a hard time and you're not really able to break free from some sad events that either have happened in your life or are currently happening in your life, and there's a redundancy. Okay, so you're having a hard time letting go of some things that happened that hurt you, some sort of trauma, and you're not it's keeping you from moving forward in your life. Okay, and this was a negative event. This was a big event in your life. This is why it's showing itself in your cards or in your card. So that is something that your energy is very concerned with this redundancy that you feel in your life, and with this inability to break free from sad events. Okay, so I think it was one big event that was a sad event, but it could also be a couple of sad events that you're having a hard time moving on from. Okay, so that is what this card is telling me. right now.
Right? But it's supposed to be Chicago. Like, really sure. Look at this guy. I saw something while working. Something flashed in the sky, spewing smoke. It fell towards the lake. It was quite a sight.
Yeah, it can be a little bit, yeah, brash or harsh. Yeah, I knew this because this is usually exactly what happens when somebody new comes in the stream and they ask for a reading. It will give me a little bit of their character or what they're currently dealing with emotionally, or mentally. So yeah, so that is something that your energy is very involved with. That it's difficult for you to move on from. Um, Sometimes what helps with these things, just as like a personal like suggestion, of course everybody's different, but I'm just speaking from my own experience, and maybe it can help somebody else. Like, sometimes changing your routine, even just a little thing in your daily routine or something, can suddenly shift your whole self a little bit into something else, and that can help you. If you do this on a frequent basis, or if you do this like routinely, switch in your actual routine, then it can help you kind of put yourself in a different perspective than what you're in. So that's always my suggestion. Do something that you normally wouldn't do. That can really kind of like change your perspective on things, and it helps dealing with trauma. It helps dealing with many things. It kind of opens up, because you're using your senses. Then your senses are being challenged with something new. Your eyes, your ears, your taste, your feel, whatever you're changing. And then it can even be something so simple as like changing our coffee creamer. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you use the same coffee creamer all the time, and then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna pick a different coffee creamer. And even just tasting this different flavor can kind of like snap you into a little bit something more, than what you're feeling, and opens more paths in your brain to find solutions, or to find ways to deal with these things. So yeah, just a little thought, that helps me oftentimes when things get very redundant or mundane, or I have, myself, I'm feeling like I'm not acting myself, and I'm keeping myself from being myself, and I'm doing the things that are unhealthy for me, mentally, like I'm not speaking my mind, or I'm not, whatever. Then I change a little tiny bit in my routine, and then suddenly things feel different. So, or also I suggest for people to do something, just for even just a couple of hours, something that you just like to do that makes you feel relaxed, or comfortable, comforted. Even if it's watching a movie, a childhood movie or something like this, or making yourself some soup and just sitting on the couch with your blanket. Sometimes, and just for an hour or two, it is something that will recharge you. It will do a job, even if it's just slightly. It can help. So, but I do want to thank everybody for being here. Really, really great. Yeah, I do that. I try to do that all the time. Even as it's like, okay, I'm gonna move an object from my altar onto the other side, and move this object onto this side. It is a subconscious feeling that then I get up in the morning, and then I remember what I did, and then I look over at my altar, and I'm like, oh, cool, I changed that. Looks cool. And it's then a subconscious like feeling. It's a little bit of a dopamine thing, you know. So it helps. So it is really it is really the spirit and the energy are two separate things, but they work completely close together. Like the energy is what is leaving your spirit pretty much, or what surrounds your spirit and is inside of your spirit, but that you can use. And it's very important that you learn how to like control this. To the point where it then just becomes second nature, that you don't have to control it, that it's just automatic. And really, there are many different things that you can do with this, and that will help you. When you try to, you have to always try to protect your energy, and you should always try to protect, you know, also others from your energy if you think that you're having a turmoil, you know what I mean? So but yeah, getting your spirit, rejuvenating your spirit, meditation helps, and meditation is also subjective, because anybody meditates in a different way. There is no certain way. There's of course suggestive ways. There's suggestions what would be from professionals, what is the best way to sit, for instance, during a meditation. Keep yourself open, keep your legs straight, these type of things can, so that the energy circulation can be good, all around, from into the feet, all the way through your body, out through your fingers, whatever. There's many different ways. I always suggest read books on this. For instance, a good book to start with meditative work, and it's not a very intricate book. It is very it just has some really good fundamental information on what can be very good places to meditate and ways to meditate. It's called The Urban Monk. So, and it's not like a thick book. It's a little book. It's like this and like this big, about like this thick, with big lettering. It's not going to take you weeks to complete reading this book. It's going to take you a little while, and there's some really good. You can also, you don't have to read the whole book. You can go into the index and see, what is something that interests me, what I need to read to learn how to calm myself, or try to collect myself and work out my depression or anxiety of whatever. It's a great book. It really is a great book. It's called, again, The Urban Monk. Was very helpful to me. I was already, at the time, somebody had been meditating for years, but it gives you a new insight, a new perspective from a person that has different ways of doing it. And you always take away from something from reading a book. Always, even if it's just one thing, it doesn't matter. You will remember this from the book. And so, I really suggest reading that. This is a good one. It should also be cheap to get. It's probably on Amazon. It's probably very cheap. I remember when I bought it, it was cheap. It was not expensive. I don't think it was more than $10 when I bought it, to be honest with you. So, yeah, and then it will help, And like I said, meditation is subjective. You don't have to sit there, Omni Padme Mao. You don't have to do the typical, there's many ways. Meditation it is about you growing into an alternate state of yourself, a better state, a spiritual state of yourself. And if something else will cause that for you, then do that. If you listening to heavy metal really loudly in your ear, I mean, I don't want you to hear it in your ear, but you listening to heavy metal in your ear, things, and that puts you in a meditative state, do that. Whatever helps you stabilize yourself and center yourself. Exactly, Promethean. That's exactly it. That's exactly my point. Yes. Just doing something that you really like doing will put you in a sort of a trance. But for you, it will just feel like you're just content right now, and you're fine. Your spirit has centered, your energy and your spirit have centered themselves, so yeah. Promethean is spot on there, I think. So
Yeah, I tried that. Right back. It was like
that's why I said earlier, it helps, even if it's just watching a movie from your childhood that you haven't seen in 20 years, or a cartoon, or you read a comic, or you play a game that you used to play when you were a child, there's many different ways and many different things you can do. Um, I guess it might be a little bit of a trial, where you try out different things and you gotta really, these are things where it's advised to know to make notes, even if it's just on a piece of paper, or if you can do mental notes on, okay, I did this today, how did this make you feel, I did this today, how did this make me feel, da, da, da. And then you can see, oh well, this didn't make me feel good, this actually made me think of the past, and made me more anxiety. And then you can think, oh, I did this and this made me like really laugh, and this made me feel like really carefree, and because what and I suggest that this is for people that are not really aware of their spirit and of their energy and everything like that, because when, oh wow, look at that, it's so unprofessional, but whatever. It's so far away, it's weird. Oops. Yeah, and like I said, this is really just for people that are not really aware of their own energy or what keeps them going, Thank you, Brittany. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh man. Thank you. That's awesome. That made my night. You guys always do though, but yes, that's so great. Thank you so much. Yeah, shit, but now it got me off track. I had a really good way I was talking about this now. What was it? Damn it, what was I saying? I pulled you in. I just pulled myself in, and I totally don't even remember now what I was saying. What I forgot my train of thought. I Well, it was. I remember it now. Thank you. It was about notes, making notes. I know it sounds like a lot of work, and I can understand. We're like, oh, now I gotta write this down how I feel. But you don't have to do it all the time. But maybe you just do it like one day when you have nothing to do. Just do different things and write down how they make you feel, just to try it out and see. And this is, like I said, this is what I was going to say. This is for people that have just a little bit of a difficult time keeping mental notes, because I don't do that. I don't really write that stuff down because I keep mental notes, because I'm very in like introverted, and I don't have a lot of outside stuff going on. It is all in my home by myself, so I can keep the mental notes. I don't have any like many outside interruptions or forces that are happening. I don't have kids. I don't have, certain of these things that would keep me from being able to keep this all in my head. I can just keep this all in my head. So I don't have to make these notes, but I make a mental note. I do something and I'm like, okay, this is how this made me feel. I'm not going to do that again. But then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I did this the other day and this made me feel really good, So for you that have a hard time making mental notes, just, write it on a piece of paper, whatever you have, and you just write it down real quick. Played Mario Brothers today, made me feel depressed and think about past. Boom, done. Put it to the side. Put it in a book or something and then put it aside. And then one day you sit there and then you can read back and you're like, oh, okay. Because we don't understand sometimes most of these things that we experience in life, they give us subconscious feelings that we are not aware of. So we suddenly turn into a really mean person and we say like mean words, or we get like really hyper or something. And we're doing this and we're not even aware. And then suddenly we realize, like, why am I being like this? Like, well, what the heck? Where did this suddenly like come from? And then it's like, okay, something triggered this. And then you think back and you're like, what was it? What triggered me to be like this now? Because so many things have happened now that you cannot tell you like which one of these things that just happened in the last 2 hours made me this way. There was one thing or was it multiple? So, we don't understand it. I have become so like natural at it that I immediately catch myself when I act a certain way. I'm like, why am I doing this right now? And then I can immediately know, like, oh, okay, there was something that just happened that triggered that. I have to center myself. I have to remember that, don't let that rule my energy and my spirit, because this is passing. It's totally passing. Everything is passing. So it really does help oftentimes when there's a lot of stuff going on that you write that down. You write down what goes on and what makes you feel, so that you become aware. It will at some point become second nature to you. You won't have to write it down, but in the beginning it is advisable that you do, yeah, it's easy. And then often, and it's hard because it's easy nowadays. People will suddenly, people will have this, and then they were like, oh, it's mental problems. I have, then they will go to the psychologist, or they will go to the therapist, and they will diagnose, oh, you have this, and you have this, you have this, you have this. And oftentimes, like, no, the person does not have that. There was something that triggered this behavior. But it's like doctors are oftentimes lazy. They really are. They're lazy, and they're like, okay, I'm just gonna, the symptoms that I'm seeing, I'm just gonna immediately jump to the conclusion, to the first one that's there, and write a prescription out to this person, so they will leave me the fuck alone, and I can cash in my money, and I don't have to worry about them anymore, because it's about money nowadays. Most people in their profession, they're not in there because of they love what they're doing. They're in there because they make money. Okay, so we have to really self-evaluate ourselves before we go to further lengths, because oftentimes it's very valuable and it's very reasonable why we act a certain way that we act. There are triggers, there are things. It does not mean mental disease immediately. Okay, do not let these fucking people make you think this all the time, and take these prescription pills all the time, unless you're literally like, if you go to a psychologist, you're a psycho, like, literally they say you are a sociopath, you have fucking personality disorder, whatever, like something really, but they can also, not tell you this right away. It takes years of figuring out a person and really know, are they mentally ill, or is it really just a problem in their spirit centering, or their energy, saturation, or whatever you want to call it, distribution. That's the word I meant. So meditation can help with so many things right off the bat. It will help you mentally. It will give you kind of an ease, and then this will consequently help you with physical ailments too, because a lot of physical ailments that we have are enhanced by our psychological, emotional, and mental state, and if you can have this intact and working well for you, then it will help your physical ailments too. They will not be as harsh. It'll take the edge off, because it is really scientifically proven that stress causes more physical ailments, and this is all part of what we do. This is all part of the unseen science. This is all part of alchemy that mainstream scientists condemn as pseudoscience, but then again use it as science, and say, oh, stress causes physical ailments. Really? I mean, can you put that in a mathematical equation? Because that's pretty much all you guys go by anyway. To the, at you scientists. No, I love scientists. But some scientists are arrogant and are stubborn, and they will not look past. But that's what science, in my opinion, is. But I consider myself, like an amateur scientist, because science is, to me, to seek, to look further, and we cannot just stop at things that we can touch physically. Everybody knows that you cannot touch oxygen physically, at least not in the state that it is in when it is oxygen. You cannot touch it physically. That's impossible. Still, it exists. Still, it is proven by math now, that it exists, and that's how we live, and so will all of these other things. And when you talk about something like stress causing physical ailments, there is an energy that, stress, why is that? Because this is all occurring through unseen signs, as in, causes a higher heart rate, which is not good for you because it can cause you, it can cause dizziness, it could cause high blood pressure, then dizziness from that, and so then it will give you a heart attack potentially, and that is your physical ailment that you have now acquired because of stress. But these are all things that are happening in here, that we cannot touch in a sense, but it does exist. This happens like that because the natural order of things falls into it like that. The natural equation falls into, the signs are there. You can make the diagnosis on looking at the symptoms of the person, so. Yeah. See that okay, that's one. See, Brittany, that's, you are being self-aware there. You are realizing that, okay, what is causing this disruption in my life? Is it really other people, or is there a part of me? And trust me, it's often, most of the time, other people probably too. But that would be half of the problem. The other half is, how do you react to it? And if you really just feed into what people are outputting to you, and you feed into it with negativity and pity on yourself, then you're not doing yourself a favor. That's why I always say, for me, it is like, you need to eliminate the problem. You need to move away from the problem. Now, it will be a lonely path because you will be moving away from a lot of things in your life, from a lot of things, from a lot of people, from most people. It'll be a very lonely road. But if you can handle that, then it will be a more peaceful road. There will always be one or two people that will stick by you. Hi, James. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Greetings. Welcome, welcome. So, these certain people, they will always stick by you because it doesn't matter what you do. They will understand you, of course, to an extent. They will understand you. They will be compassionate to you and with you and for you because they are your true friends and your true family. But they can be very far away from you. They can be very small amount of people. I personally have literally maybe two. I know I have one for sure, maybe two, and that's it. That is literally where my friend, actual true friends that will never desert me, that that will go through great lengths for me, as I would of course do for them. Obviously that's always like, if I call you my friend, you don't have to worry about anything. Nobody will ever touch you. But I am still not a selfish person, but I am a person that also, in a way, watches out for myself. I won't do this for many people because I know not many will do this for me. I will still be protective of you if you are an acquaintance or something like this. I will still respect you. I will still help you if you need me. But would I go through the same lengths as for these actual friends? No. Unless you prove yourself to me first. And it might be an arrogant thing. I can understand that too. But there will be people that can vouch for me and say, she will be there and she won't leave you and she will be your friend till the end, and I have shown this to many people without any sort of, so you must apologize for my you have to prove yourself to me, because you could of course say the same thing. But I'm a big person about giving chances to people. I'm very much a person that wants to give chances to everybody. I give them a benefit of the doubt in the beginning, but I trust them little. But the trial period, nobody ever lasts. Okay, James, is there anything in particular that you would like to inquire about? Okay. That's a good question. So hopefully the cards will tell us something. Well, the cards will definitely tell us something. Hopefully it will be about this, but it probably will. Again, I would really like to thank everybody for being here. Promethean, James, Brittany, thank you for the subscribe, Brittany. Awesome. I appreciate you. Did I say Florida Metal? Florida Metal. I don't know who else was in here now. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Oh, and my new YouTube subscriber, Shannon. Thank you so much, Shannon. That is awesome. I appreciate. Yeah, if you can, guys, to really support me and help me, please go and check out my social media. I have links in my information panel in Twitch. So if you can please go and give me a like on YouTube and give me a like on Facebook and, you know, follow me on my TikTok and everything. I'm really trying to build my following. And I would really appreciate you very much if you could help me with with accomplishing that. So if you can get on my social media and give me some likes and some follows, I would love you. Okay. No, no, because you have subscribed, you get it now. I'm telling you that you get it. So whenever you want your 10 card reading, you just let me know, and then we'll get it done for you. All right, let's see, James, what we can see. Okay. Begin. Oh. Trouble brewing immediately. Okay. Kings. King of Swords inverted here. Okay, so thank you for coming in, Florida Metal. It was great. I'm glad that you came. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Sleep well, whatever you're doing. I'll see you next time, hopefully. Tell Lindsay hi. Greetings from me. So the King of Swords inverted. Coming your way in 2024, James. Sorry, but I just had to. I had to do it. Brutality. Not the band, I don't think. Brutality, an unfair judge, and selfishness. Okay, so there will be a problem with a person that will be a very selfish person, and not a very fair judge, and taking advantage maybe even of their position. Fuck. That can definitely be something that's coming your way. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Oh, let me turn this. Oh, Mandisa, thank you, Mandisa. Thank you for liking the stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I think it is somebody. It is a person that will have this energy about them and will be very kind of like confusing, and it will make you think, what is the problem here? Something is making me feel off, and it will be this particular person. But I have to repeat this now for a third time tonight. Do not be paranoid of every person that will enter your life. Now, it will be very obvious who that is, okay? So do not be so afraid. You will notice who that person is. It won't be like, is it this guy? Is it this girl? Who is it? It will be like, ding, and you'll be like, that's who that is. That's who that person is that Dragana said it would be. You will see. Brutal, taking advantage of their position. They will judge you unfairly, and they will be very selfish, okay? So let's move forward. Three of Swords. So, also, unfortunately, in your near future in 2024 will be heartbreak. Okay, pretty obvious here with the, three swords through the heart. It's heartbreak. It will be a separation, a stormy relationship, and longing for an absent love. Okay, so it will be very tumultuous in the area. Oh, okay, yeah. So that will linger for a little bit. Longing for an absent love is in there too. I do not know if that will be that person or if this is somebody else that you have thought about or are thinking about. Okay, so that is somebody else. um, so it is a difficult time. It is because it was a stormy relationship. Okay, so it just makes sense. But yeah, it. I feel like it will kind of have a little bit of repercussions since you're saying that you not want them back. The heartbreak may not be as bad, but there will be some sort of little repercussions from it that will kind of linger around for a little while, unfortunately. But whatever, it will pass. Oh. Six of Wands inverted. There will be a time where you will be really doubting your own abilities. Okay, you won't be you won't feel confident in your own craft in the things that you produce yourself. Okay, there will be a delay, unfulfilling results of effort, and a failure to adapt to situations. So it's almost like you'll be thrown in with the wolves, and you'll have a hard time adjusting to something. It can be in your work, or it could be in your home life. Could be in your spiritual journey, that it will shake you up a little bit, and you're gonna have a little bit of a tricky time adjusting to the change in on your path, in your fate. Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of a tricky time is awaiting you, coming up for you this year. So beware, but and to me, I get the impression that it won't be nothing so big. It won't be something that will be something that you can't handle or anything like that. It will be short spurts of these like problematic situations, and then it will resolve itself, and you will move forward. So, well, too bad you just got out of a relationship. But it's, from the sounds of it, it sounds like you are happy about it, rather. Yes, that sounds good, Brittany. Okay, so here's the thing. Give me like 2 minutes because I have to. Nature calls, okay? So I'll do that real quick. But, okay. Mandisa, I can give you a one card reading, if you want. On Facebook, you can't really redeem, like the 3 card readings that I offer, or the 10 card readings. Um, yeah, I think we all think that way. Yeah, so let me know, Mandisa, if you want a 1 card reading. I can do a 1 card reading on Facebook. But I will be right back. Okay, give me just 2 Okay. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that.
My goal is that the lab, so we can actually talk to this animal, which is very weird. It's like a weird, like mouse slash
Okay, so
really fascinating animal.
Brittany redeemed the 10 card reading, so we're gonna get into that right now. A general. Okay, perfect. Yeah, a general is really good because a general is kind of like you're giving your life and your energy kind of free reign on just go out and tell me something about myself. So general is always my suggestion because we can. It's I don't know why, but it is kind of easier to sometimes really pinpoint these certain things. Then I don't know how that is, but but that's how it works for me. I don't know how other readers are, how they do it, but that's just me. So because you got a 10 card, I got to move these around a little bit because we need more room here. Oh, this is exciting. I really like giving 10 card readings too because they give us more information. They give us more and more crucial information too. You can't really get to the root of these things in the 3 card reading because there's just not enough. It's like not having enough words to write like a poem. You know what I mean? Like you need more. Oh shit. Sorry. I'm trying to encourage my brother in his stream. He's streaming a video game right now and it's so funny. Because he's doing like a little challenge. The music is ridiculous.
We go, oh, congrats. We give you a nice thing, like we promised. Shiny, shiny.
Okay. No, I'm going to shuffle this more. I do not feel it's shuffled enough yet. Ah, man. What a good stream. Thank you guys all for being here so much. I've had a couple of very slow streams recently. So I was kind of like, come on, where's everybody? And tonight you guys are here, and I'm very happy about it.
Okay, so we're actually going to go through, and we can't talk to it, but it'll still take us. It'll take the exclamation points. It'll actually take us somewhere. So, remember, the gold can carry it. So he's going to carry it, like, even if we can't talk to him.
Okay, I think this is good.
He's safe.
Let's get started. Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to start with your present circumstances in your life now, Brittany. Okay, what's going on in your life presently, currently? What's happening? What is your energy concerned with? Okay. Oh. Okay, so we're starting off positively, which is that's good. So it looks like in your current, so we get the King of Wands here. It looks like in your current affairs, there's somebody that's really kind of taking you under their wing. Okay, they're watching out for you. They're some sort of authority figure, a father, if you will. And they're very caring, a father, loving parental qualities, and is a wise leader. Okay, that you find yourself under. Could also be. It doesn't have to be a father, but it could be like giving you the impression of like a fatherly figure. It could be like a coach, or it could be a teacher, or it could be a guidance counselor. It could be anything like this. Even a boss. If you work. But there's definitely somebody that's kind to you, that is a man, and he is looking out for you. Okay. Oftentimes when people cannot relate this to a person in their physical life, then it can be an entity from the other side that's doing that for you as well. Could be a grandfather that passed, or an uncle or something like that. But there's a male figure is looking out for you, and they care a lot about you in a really in a positive way, like a teacher, like a mentor, even, if you will. Okay, so that's good. So let's move forward with this is about your past, something that went on in your past. Oh, okay. Okay. So in the past, judgment inverted. In the past, there was a lot of anxiety for you. There were times where you were really fearful of death, and that had a really, it took kind of a toll on you to feel this way. Let me see. Yeah, there was also a feeling of guilt, and there was worry and delay. Okay, so in the past, there was a time, or either it was a certain time where this just kind of came out of nowhere, or there was a certain event that triggered it. But it did trigger it for a long while, and it was very kind of debilitating for you at the time. Okay, but it looks like you've kind of moved past this, or you're in the process of moving past this right now. So that's good. Okay, so we're moving forward from that. So now let's look at your subconscious. What is your subconscious telling us? What are you feeling in your subconscious that you don't really know that you're feeling? Okay, okay, okay. King of Pentacles. So or the Knight of Pentacles, I'm sorry. So your subconscious is very much in a good place. It seems to be very much under control. There's not really any surprises. It seems like pure. It's mundane. It is ritualistic in a sense. And there's not much a negative feeling or kind of like underlying emotions in your subconscious. So really good. You're persistent there, and methodical. So really, I could say that your subconscious is pretty stable. There's not this anxiety that you used to feel is not really as like extreme as it used to be, and it's not really giving you such a hard time anymore. So that's really good. So now let's look at your secret wishes and desires, okay? That's a good place to have your head. Okay, so this is the 8 of Pentacles here. So you're very focused on either your job or your craft, something that you do where you're very particular and you're very picky about your skill, about the things that you're producing, be it a craft or be it at your job or a hobby. But you're a very skilled laborer, and you really desire to pay great attention to detail in the things that you make, that you produce, and you really want to feel filled with pride for the job that you produce, for the things that you make, that you craft, or even your job or your school or your hobby. There's something that you really want to put your whole heart into, and that's your wish, and that's a very good feeling to have, whatever this thing may be for you. So you're really seeking to be a skilled and well versed like laborer and craftsperson. So that's really good. Okay, so now we're gonna look at some like driving forces that you're not really aware of, but that are driving force of your energy and spirit here. Okay. Eight of Swords. So there is a force behind you that is steering you in a direction that you don't really like to go into, and that is not really good for you. and it's like a it's like a manipulative thing in some way. It's kind of difficult to tell, but it is like a bondage. It's like you cannot really speak your mind, you cannot really be honest. It's you're being kind of oppressed in a sense. And it's like a control by an outside force. It's a censorship and a restriction. You're being restricted from something, and it is something that has a big like effect on your life, on in a negative sense. Something is like holding you back, not letting you be yourself. Okay. Okay, yeah, restriction, bondage. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That is a force in your life right now that's causing you trouble. And it's an outside force. That makes sense that that would be somebody like that because, except for this person, everything else is very, like, you're very introverted in the sense it's giving me all the information about your inside. Rather than the things that are happening outside of you, except for this card right here. That is really something that's happening around you, okay? So that's unfortunate. I know the feeling though. And it too shall pass. So I know. It's easier said than done. I really understand that. So let's look at your future. Let's look what is ahead of you of things to come, okay? Oh, okay, good, good, good. So, Knight of Swords. So in your future, it looks like adventure really is I think a fitting word for this card. It looks like you will be very brave, but you will be rash, okay? But you will be like a hero. Okay, it's very good. You will be very quick to respond and take action, but a little bit tactless. But to me, it seems like you will go on journeys, on spiritual, mental journeys, but even journeys with other people, and you will be kind of like really marching forward into your adventures, and you will be filled with life, and you will be filled with taking action, even if it would be a little bit like you know, brave but rash, but you will be doing these things, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of activity in the future for you in a good way. So that's really good. So now let's look at your environment. How's your environment making you feel? We kind of got an idea already here, but this can be another environment. This can be not living with somebody, but this can also be about your job or whatever. So whatever environment this pertains to. Huh. Okay. So this is the Seven of Cups inverted. So it looks like in your environment, you personally have decided that you will stand in reality, that you will be more of a realist than you have been. Looks like that you have been maybe in the past a little bit on the fantastical side, a little bit on the imaginative and maybe daydreaming side of things, but you are very firm in reality right now, with the environment that you find yourself in. Maybe it is such that you're not telling yourself lies anymore about your situation, but that you're actually realize, okay, this is reality, and I have to be understanding of this. Your environment is making you set realistic goals too, that you no longer, have your head in the clouds, but you setting yourself goals that you're like, okay, this is something that is actually attainable for me, so okay, Mandisa, I got you right after this. If you're still here, I don't know, let me know in chat. um uh that's a good question. I mean, to me, it seems like it is you kind of waking up. It is you kind of waking up. Is it voluntary that you're waking up? Probably not, but it is at the right time, and it is a good thing, because being, in reality, you believe in hard facts, and you believe in what you see, instead of believing things that people say, and deadlines people give you and they're false. You're really in reality and you're like, okay, I understand what is really going on in my area here. And this can be in your personal life or this can be at your job, but you live in reality and that's a good thing. You're not telling yourself any lies, okay? Maybe not anymore, who knows, but you're doing the right thing. So now let's look at people. How are they influencing you? Okay? People around you, how are they making you feel? Oh, I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. Okay, cool, Mendisa. You'll be right after this. Temperance. Look how she's making a concoction. She's putting things together. And so there is at least one person around you that is making you make really good decisions and they have a very good influence on you. And it is like combining elements for new results. Okay, that's a big thing with this. So you already are trying new things, and you're getting new results that are furthering your life in a good way. This person or these people is they're making you. They're influencing you to be a very patient person, a very balanced person, and you're channeling your own energy. And like I said, you're combining elements for new results. So there is a sort of like a serenity with a certain person that you are around or multiple people that you're around. Could be at your job, could be at home. Like I always say, it depends, where is this person in school, but it's definitely somebody has a good influence and somebody that makes you feel very balanced and centered when they're around you. So that's really good. I'm sure you can probably know who this person is, who this entity is. So keep that up. Keep that person around you. They're very beneficial to your spirit, to your soul. So, this is a good way to go. So, let's look at your spirituality. What can we see there? Oh, wow. That's a big card to have there. That's a good card. Ace of Cups here in your spirituality. So this looks like your spirituality, you're really evolving there and you're really growing and learning and kind of delving into that more than you have. And in some way, there is some entity that is kind and caring of you. Also, this entity makes you very devoted and very this is very much a guiding personality. I'm almost thinking that this is somebody from the other side and this is not somebody in this realm. I feel like this is some sort of a residual energy from somebody that was once alive and maybe no longer is, but it's somebody it kind of reminds me of this again, but I feel like this is more of a physical, I don't know. But I feel like this is not physical right here at all. I feel like this is somebody from the other side that's really kind of enshrouding you in a really good energy and a really good. They're giving you a sort of a guidance. That's big. This is like, this is like godlike big. This could be, even this could be like a. I feel like maybe a representation of an ancestral god that you are a descendant of, that is kind of giving you this help here. It's really good. I like that. It's very good. It's really great that you have this card, the Temperance, and you also have this. This is a very important card right here, too, and this is in your subconscious. So these are very closely connected, and the ritualistic aspect, the mundane aspect here, methodical aspect, very good. Okay, so yeah, spiritually, good things are there. They're lurking. They're there. So let's look at your final outcome here. Oh, that is so great. What a great final outcome. Six of Swords. So, all in all, your reading is pretty much determines that you are very good at leaving bad situations and entering good situations. They might still kind of linger with you, emotionally, maybe a little mentally from the past, but you yourself are very much a diverse person, and you're really aware of things, of your surroundings, of things that are happening to you, and there are always things in motion in your life. So this is also a representation of a journey ahead. Okay, so there will be a journey for you, or there is a journey for you right now, maybe even already at this moment. Could be, a spiritual journey or a physical journey, but definitely a journey, also reminiscent of this card in the future, that you will go on adventures and such. So yeah, but you are very good. You're having a way of being able to leave these bad situations behind you and get into a better area, into a better place for yourself. So it seems like you're a very centered person, all in all. You're a little shaky here and there, but all in all, you're doing the right things. You're approaching your problems and situations in your life in a good way. So yeah, that concludes you here, Brittany. Really great reading. I loved giving you that reading. That was filled with I can really feel really a lot of pure energy there. Good energy bouncing around. Good feeling. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Yeah, that was great. I really loved doing that. I can feel it kind of going through me in a really good way. So I hope you were able to resonate with that. And yeah. So again, thank you so much for subscribing. That's awesome. So now you can get no ad breaks. So you will never hear an interruption while I keep talking. Hey, I gotta make fun of myself. I've been sitting here for almost 2 hours. Oh, my antivirus program pops up. Okay, I cannot forget here. Mandisa, what would you like to know about? Again, thank you, Brittany. Thank you for choosing me. To give you your reading. It is a personal thing. I always think. I think it is something, you put your trust in me, and I appreciate you doing that a lot. Because that's a big deal to me. So, because I myself, I do not go to anybody. I mean, I have visions of the things of my life anyway, automatically. But to actually get a reading, I do not go to anybody, because I do not trust. Because there are a lot of posers out there, a lot of fake people out there, and they will put a seed in your head and let because they are not seers, but they're manipulators, and they will let that seed sit there and ferment and grow, and I don't trust that. So I don't know if Mandisa is still here. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, okay, Mandisa, I got you. All right, let's see, Mandisa, what we can see here. Oh, 10 of Pentacles. So this is looking like there's some family strife going on in your life. Currently, something about maybe even inheritance. Something about a materialistic problem that you're having with a family member, or somebody that's like a family member, somebody that's close to you. Okay. So there's a financial hardship. There's maybe even loss of possession, and there is unfortunate family matters. Okay, so you're having trouble with somebody that's close to you, and maybe, sweetie. I think my cat Sweetie was just screaming at me. Um, like a loss of home or money, even. So, hi, Sweetie. You want to come in? Let me get her inside real quick. Sweetie, come on. I thought I heard you. Come in, Sweetie. Yes, hi. Hi, Fluffy. My cat wanted in. Yeah, so something is brewing here with somebody close to you that's not really, it's not really ideal. It is a family situation that's questionable, and there's trust issues, and there's some certain things going on. Okay. All right, that concludes you here, Wendysa. So again, I really want to say thank you to everybody. What a great night. Thank you everyone for being here. Really, I want to thank Florida Metal. I want to thank Promethean. Brittany, thank you for subscribing, Brittany. Mandisa, thank you. James, my new subscriber on YouTube, Shannon. Again, I would like to... Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that, Mandisa. Really sorry about that. And I also want to thank Mandisa, of course. Hydra was in here too. Thank you so much, Hydra, for coming in. And again, guys, if you could really go onto my social media, my YouTube channel, my all of my stuff, and give me a like and a follow on my TikTok. It's all in on my Twitch panels. My information is in my Twitch panels. I really hope you can do that for me. Oh, thank you so much, Mendiz. I appreciate you. I appreciate that you came to me. I really wish you good luck with your situation. I hope everything works out. I hope you'll be back, if you want to follow or share my stream, whatever, that would be appreciated. I thank you guys so much. It was a great stream. I'm going to hop off for tonight. I will be back on Tuesday, okay? So thank you guys so much. What a great time. I appreciate all of you. Until then, don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil. And until Tuesday, I say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.